Hey Tubies, this is Psychic Bob. I'm just out walking on a Sunday. I told you guys yesterday, I said we'd have a Sunday stroll. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had our Saturday night seance. And if you didn't see that video, you need to check that out. It's in the queue right before this one. I tell you, I am so enjoying it. It is a beautiful day. Let me kind of show you what we got going on here. Here's a beautiful park over here. Got some people playing soccer or football for my British friends. Beautiful houses here. Look, people got out their Halloween decorations. Isn't that fun? Got the little witch out there. Who knows? Maybe a witch lives there. Oh, they got the pumpkins on the step. Isn't that picture perfect? I love it. I tell you, I'm having such a good time today. And it is just beautiful out here. Just beautiful. So we'll just take a walk and stroll along and see what there is to see. Thanks for coming along. And Tubies, look at this cute little squirrel. Isn't he the cutest climbing the tree? Here he goes. I tell you, Tubies, it is just so beautiful here. I'm in this old neighborhood next to my neighborhood. This is actually a newer neighborhood. I live in the old neighborhood. This is the new neighborhood. But it's beautiful here. And as you can see, these beautiful houses, they look like old Victorian houses. They're not that old. They're about 15 years old. And got pumpkins on the steps. Look at that. Isn't it just beautiful? I tell you, you can tell that autumn is here. We got a tinge in the leaves on the trees, just starting. Just beautiful. Look at that blue sky today. I tell you, it is just spectacular down here. I am having such a great time walking. I think it's so important, especially if you study Wicca, to really get out and see the changes. The wheel of the year makes a lot more sense when we actually go out and touch the plants and the trees. According to the Wiccan wheel of the year, the Lord is starting to pass now. He's aging. And at Samhain, he'll pass into the spirit world. And as I look at the trees here, I can see the beginning of that process. Notice here, this branch. Do you see these leaves here? They're changing. And so we know that it's the beginning of the Lord's passing. Oh, look here. We've got some more pumpkin decorations. These people have done a beautiful setup here on their steps. Look at that. Beautiful flowers. There's some marigolds, I believe. That's very big among Day of the Dead in Mexico. And they got beautiful pumpkins going up their steps. Isn't that lovely? And here in the yard, they've got more pumpkins. What a beautiful home. And here we are coming up upon the Mystic Moon Temple. But it looks like it's under construction. Let's see what's going on. Oh my. This is my sacred temple. It's been blocked off here. When I was here recently, I did notice a lot of cracks in the pillars. And as you look down here, it does look like there's some repairs underway. So hopefully they can restore my temple and we can come back here. Well, better that it be fixed than taken down. So we won't have our temple for a while, but that's okay. It's still here, and that's what's important. Well, let's see what else there is to see today. It is so beautiful today. I'm having the best time walking around. Look, here's some more decorations. Check these out. Some Halloween decorations. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look, they've got pumpkins here in front of their house, a little scarecrow. Oh, this is great. Look at the pumpkins on the porch here. They've got pumpkins going all the way up their steps on each side of the railing. Isn't that something? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I tell you, the people in this neighborhood have a lot of Halloween spirit. That brings me a lot of joy. Whether you celebrate Halloween or Samhain, it's a wonderful time of the year, you know. This time makes me very reflective. I think about the last year and how the year is winding down, and you know, it's a good time to take stock of, you know, where you want to go, because the year's not over and there's still a lot of wonderful things that we can accomplish before Yule. And so while the air is gentle, get out and walk, feel the energy of the time and the season. Get to know the earth energy. Speaking of earth energy, we've come up here upon another house. Check this out. Wow, they got a lot of decorations. They got scarecrows and pumpkins. Oh, look at that. They have a sign up here that says Happy Fall. Can you see that? Let's see if I zoom in on it. Happy Fall. And they got beautiful flowers here. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. I just love it. See, these people, they're trying to be in touch. They're in touch with the spirit of the land, the energy of the time. I think it's great. You guys ever go out walking? Do people in your neighborhoods decorate? Over where I live, it's mostly apartment buildings, so people can't really decorate. You know, at Christmas, everybody decorates their balconies. I don't know why people in my condo don't decorate their balconies for Halloween. Something I wonder about. Do you decorate your house? What do? Do you have a pumpkin? You know what, I was thinking I should buy a pumpkin. Maybe we'll do a jack-o'-lantern carving. Would you guys like that? What do you think if Psychic Bob gets a pumpkin? Hey, Tubies, check this out. Here's a pumpkin Grim Reaper up here. This is really Halloween spirit. I love this neighborhood. Check that out. Can you see that? There's a Grim Reaper hanging right beneath the American flag. Let's pray he keeps us safe. Oh, these people have beautiful hay up here. They got pumpkins. Oh, they got a beautiful door wreath. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love it. I tell you. Now, you know, talk about the change of leaves. This tree is starting to change. You can just see it, or maybe I hope you can see it on this video. It's just getting a slight orange tint on the leaves. Check that out. Beautiful. I so enjoy having a Sunday stroll. I tell you, it's good to get away from the craziness of the world and just connect back to nature. And well, Tubies, I stopped by CVS and picked up some iced tea for the afternoon, and I'm walking home and just noticing the leaves out here today. Look at this. This tree is fallen. This may have gotten damaged in a storm, but you can see the leaves are dying. And the leaves up at the high reaches are starting to tinge just a little bit. This tree you can see here before me is starting to show some changes as well. Yep, I can feel the shift of the energies today. I love October. I think this is probably my favorite month of the year. I love Halloween. I love Samhain. I love the weather this time of year. I like to watch the leaves change. It's a wonderful time. I'm wearing my fairy star pendant today. You can see this. This is the symbol that is used by people who attune to the Fae. And I thought since I'm going to be out in nature today, it'd be the perfect sign to wear. So I've got it here on my shirt, and I'm just strolling along. Tomorrow we're going to do a special video all about the Star of the Fae. It's sometimes called the Elven Star or the Fairy Star. So definitely be here tomorrow for that. It is just amazing today. I don't know if you can see here behind me, but this expanse is just beautiful. And you can see the trees, they're all starting to change. Look at that clear blue sky. I tell you, I went out last night under the full moon. I forgot my camera, I would have filmed it, but it was incredible. I don't know if where you were you saw the moon, but here on the East Coast, it was clear. I mean, the moon was so bright, it literally cast a shadow. I loved it. I just basked in that silver glow. You know, I am definitely a moon worshiper, absolutely. So I had a little ritual last night. I made some offerings to the gods and charged some items and made some holy water. All wonderful things. You know, if you practice Wicca, it doesn't have to, be complex. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I always say creativity gives you way more than just a lot of money. Because I've known people who've had a lot of money and their lives are very boring. But I've also known people who haven't had a lot of money and yet they have creativity and their lives are immensely rich. So you see how beautiful it can be on, like last night, the night of the full moon. Take a bowl of water out, go under the moon, and see its silver rays shining in the bowl of water. Let that water absorb it. You know, if you didn't get to do that last night, you could still do it tonight, because technically the full moon is also the day after the full moon. So the full moon is the day before the full moon, which would have been Friday. The full moon's Saturday, and today's Sunday. So if you haven't done anything like that, why don't you think about it tonight? If you've got nice weather and clear skies, I'd say try it. I thought we'd take a little stroll down this bridge here. This is the bridge that crosses over into the park here on the other side. We have parks all around us here. But look at this beautiful water down there. Isn't that beautiful? It just shimmers and sparkles. Sometimes we have turtles down here. We have fish. I've seen snakes. There's a little bit of everything in this river. We have ducks and beavers and otters and all sort of creatures. But check it out. Isn't it beautiful? And as I look down the river here, I can see the trees just starting to change. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but if you look here, you can see just some tinges of color, some yellows and a little bit of oranges creeping in. It's definitely that time of year. Oh, it is so beautiful. I'm just standing here at the wind blowing through my hair, the sun on my face, and looking at that deep blue sky. It's October blue sky. The sun is bright overhead, and the water is glistening. I tell you, you see, if you stay inside all day, you miss these wonderful natural treasures. They're the gifts of the gods. The earth at this time of year is, well, it's just beautiful. And the veil between the worlds is getting thin. The spirit world and the material world are very close now. It's a good time to visit graves of loved ones, a good time to pray for the dead, a good time to just remember those who have gone before. I like that. Look here, a little bit of flowers remaining. Almost look like little daisies. Aren't these lovely? Last vestige of the summer before autumn really sets in and it all totally goes away. The greenery here is just so beautiful. It'll soon all fade though. It's been a little warmer here than usual for October, so things aren't changing as quickly. but you can still feel an undercurrent in the air. Look behind me here at this little river expanse. Isn't it just beautiful? I love it here. You know, when I bought my home, my realtor said to me, "Oh, you'll like this area. It's surrounded by parks on all sides." And I thought, how can a place be surrounded by parks? You know, I was used to living in the city. And when she brought me down to this area, I was so amazed that I could actually live in a place that is this beautiful. And it was cheaper than places that were in the inner city and then, you know, not nearly as beautiful areas. So I saved money and I got this natural habitat as my backyard. You know, since I live in a condo, I don't have a yard. But the park around me really has become my yard. So I feel like all of this is my personal backyard. And I share it with the rest of the city. Well, guys, I am so glad you came along on this walk with me today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a beautiful day and enjoying the scenery. And remember what I said. Get out, know the earth, sense the seasons, feel the changes. You'll connect back to Gaia and to the wheel of the year. As our ancient ancestors were much more in touch with the cycles. Even though we've lost a large part of that heritage, I say we claim it back. And at this time of Halloween, this time of Samhain, let's reconnect to all that has gone before and all that is yet to come. Thanks for being with me. I send you my blessings. By the way, if you haven't done so, like this, favorite, share it with your friends. Let's get out the word about Spirit Channel. And if you can, give me some love and hit subscribe. Be part of my channel. We sure love you to be here. We're going to go on more walks here, so definitely keep watching. Be back here tomorrow. We're going to have our video on the septagram, also known as the Elven Star or the Fairy Star. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you then. Blessed be.